Good morning, friends. Welcome to Live with Luna. I'm just making sure everything is as it should be. Looks like it. If you are joining me here this morning, feel free to say good morning in the chat. I have my coffee and figured we would just come in and play a little bit of Planet Zoo this morning. So I have a couple franchise zoos that I've started, and I thought I would work on one for you today. So let's see here. Okay, so it's just taking a moment to load here, but it should fairly quick. There we go. So I do have my aging community challenge complete. It's going to take a lot to drag me with me. Congratulations. Okay. Oops, let's pause this for a second. Thanks to your contribution towards the community challenge, you finished in the top 75% of players and have earned a bronze award. I didn't know I was in a community challenge. That's fun. Okay, so I got a bronze award for something. Oh, for the Himalayan brown bear. Okay. Must have been like we did some research on that in the zoo. Let's come over here and see what our vets have been researching. All right, we've been working on those animals. Let's see if we did. Oh no, that's the Formosan Black Bear. Himalayan brown bear. We did do research on that. Alright, well, it looks like we've maxed out on all the research that they could have. I wonder if let's come over to our animals and see. So, by the way, if we just come to the overview really quickly, you'll see that we have 94 animals and 30 different species of animals in the sorry, I'm just making sure, in the zoo. And then okay, sorry, I'm just making sure you guys can see everything. Everything's live like it's supposed to. Every once in a while it likes to give me a little notification, but so I want to make sure that everything is still good while I'm looking at that. And also I apologize, my window is the sun is shining through the window so brightly today that every time I look over this direction, which unfortunately is the way that my computer's facing, set up that way, I shifted things just a little bit to try to like minimize the glare that I was having. But every time I look over that way, the light is just blinding. So, anyways, so back to the zoo. We have a 5-star reputation in the zoo with about $66,558 in cash flow. And we don't have any loans. We have 3 marketing campaigns, and we're researching 6 items. Our staff happiness is 99%, and average animal welfare is at 97%. So that's looking pretty good. Let's see, our top most appealing habitat species are the panda, giant panda, the green iguana, which is the most appealing exhibit species. Okay, we can work with that. Oh, everybody's wishing they had an umbrella. The guests are fairly thirsty, So, by the way, this is kind of something. Welcome in, monkeys. I gonna add on new animals today. I think so. I think I'm gonna add some new stuff, but I like to kind of come to the overview. Oh, we've had some stuff vandalized, so let's go through and replace all of those. And we have had a little bit of that, so we might have to implement some crime prevention as well. So if you've seen some of my previous videos, you'll notice this was the second entrance that we added on with some of the information booths, and I forget what all we have over here. Oh, this is just a person, which I'm going to unpause so we can see everything in action. I think that looks fun whenever we do. So this is a gulpy drink center. And then, so anyways, we've got some booths over here for the guests to come by. And then also all these vending machines. I cannot believe they are out here with all this rain just pouring down. But if we come over here, we'll see we have our bison outlook post. And look at that. And then I think we have the antelope or something. The pronghorned antelope. Yep. So this is such a fun exhibit. I love this over here. Look at this. We're gonna come. Ooh. Okay. Weird glitch. I think. Okay, we're gonna go out of that mode, cause I don't know. I feel like that might be a moment not meant for us. So then we have some of our exhibits over here, and I want to make sure that all of our exhibits are working properly really quick. Oh, see, is this one, is there, this one's empty. Oh, we might need to find something to put in here then. Let's see if we can go to the exhibit trading. Actually, let me back up for a second. Go into our zoo, and we're going to come over to animals. And is it over here? Which area is it that we can go to? Habitat. No, it's not what I really wanted. Exhibits, that's what I'm looking for. We have 3 empty exhibits, so we're going to take care of that this morning. I think that would be good. Will this will take me to it. So we have a boa constrictor, an anaconda, salamander, Goliath bird eater, Goliath frog, green iguana, and a red-eyed tree frog. Okay, so that gives us a good idea of what we don't necessarily need. This is a big beetle. We're having our inspector arrive in 22 months. Let me just look at this. Our keeper hut is without power. Okay, this is where I'm going to pause because I don't like to be rushed while I'm looking through the animals. And that will at least give me a moment as we look through this really quickly. We have some of these beetles. A Titan beetle. This one has like a bronze rating here, which is interesting. $380. Let's see. We've got some good longevity. Let's look at this Zoopedia really quickly because I just don't know how many can be in 1 to 7. The life expectancy is only 1 year long. Okay. And they can have up to 2 offspring per mating event, or 2 to 5 offspring per mating event. Wow, they reproduce very quickly. 1 month of gestation. So they only have one mating event per lifetime. Interesting. Okay, let's go back to our market here now that we know that information. This one is a gold. That could be something that we could do. Let's say we're gonna wait for something. Oh, she's a female. Okay. Was that a bronze male on this one? We could do that. We could do these two. Okay. We're gonna send them both here to this exhibit. And then now we have to get our exhibit set up for it. Okay, the temperature should be between 73 and 97. We're gonna just push play really quickly, and humidity is quite high. It needs to come down here. No, we're gonna bring the temperature just a little bit up. There we go. The temperature is a smaller range. Oh, 97. I don't know why I was reading 79 on that. I was like, what? That's a very small range. The black bear is about to have offspring? I didn't know she had more than one. Oh my goodness. Oh, we need to come out of the bear enclosure. How many animals do we have in here? Oh, okay. Which, we're gonna make sure that we, check. Some of the things today we need to do is like check to make sure we have enough mechanics and people going through and checking the barriers and things like that regularly enough and feeding the animals enough. One of the ways you'll notice if they are not feeding them quickly enough is well, they'll be hungry all the time, but also you'll get protesters, and you don't want protesters. This is the hippo exhibit here that has some stands for people to be able to sit and listen to some of the educational talks about them. And then over here, what do we have? We have the saltwater crocodile, which you can see a little bit above and below. Whoop, wrong direction. So you can see, where is the crocodile? I don't want to get too close. It's probably in the water. Let me see if I can click on this and yeah, it's in the water. So look at that. If we go to the crocodile mode, isn't that fun? Yep, we have crocs too. And yeah, I love that you can like kind of come underwater. You can see the view of what the crocs have as far as the guests concern is like under the water. So I think that you'd be able to see them quite nicely. And she is in here in solitude. I need to remember if they can have partners. Only one female and one male. But I think that these are also animals. Oh, wow. Y'all, look at the, like, as the sun goes down, how beautiful it looks. Okay, let's come back over here. Over here, we have some zebra and giraffe. This is a cross from the hippos and the crocs, which I think those are fun. Like just little, like this is a huge habitat. Obviously, it goes all the way around the zoo here. And then we come back up this way past the hippos. And then we kind of come up this little hill area. And then it splits where we have, oh, that's still the saltwater crocodile there. And then what is over here? We have the Nile Monitor, which is pretty interesting. We have a few of them in there, it looks like. Oh yeah, look at them. They're all sleeping in their little hide thing. Oh, they're all coming running because they got food. It's feeding time. Look at that. Little carnivores. Little carnivores. You know what? I was just looking at that. I am going to go ahead and move this my thing so you guys can make sure to see these. Thank you. It's such a cool zoo layout. I appreciate it. Yeah, this way you guys can see what the menus are saying. As I open them up, I wanted to make sure. Oh, they ate that food fast. My goodness. There's a lot of babies in here. We might need to see how many can be in a thing, because let's pause. There are 15. There's 18 total. Oh my. I feel like they had just had some offspring, huh? I feel like gust numbers have up to 4,000. Ooh, we're almost at this zoo challenge thing for getting almost 4,350 guests in the zoo. Right now we're at 4,002. And then also, if we release 2 red ruffed lemurs to the wild, then we can get another community challenge. And what is it? It's going to take a lot to drag me away from you. Oh, that's the one that we finished, apparently. Oh, that's for our conservation credits and stuff. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, let's look this up really quickly. No, that's not what I want to do. We're going to click on here. Animals. Maybe I just got to do this way. We haven't researched them. However, a lot of their meals look like they are the same. Oh, yes. We need to definitely do something about this, because it says that they only need 1 to 3 females and 1 to 2 males in bachelor groups, but groups are only up to 1 male and 2 females. Guests flee from them, so that's good to know. No guest interactions. Okay, so I think that we need to... It says it's difficult to reproduce in captivity, y'all. I don't believe that. Because what happened here with 18 Nile Monitors? Huh? 18. Okay, so let us see. We are going to open the animal, not trading. We're going to open the animal thing here. And which species are we looking for? No, that's not what we're doing. Nile Monitor. Oh, this is what I was looking for. The search bar. Nile Monitor. Okay, this gives us the best overview as we're looking at this. Okay, sorry, I'm just looking really quickly There we go. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just going to leave the camera in that corner because... Wait, she's pregnant again? Y'all, but look at all these gold ratings on this. All this appeal. Look at that. So many of them. Okay, well, we know that we can at least put them all on contraceptives so that once, because I don't know how quickly they age, and we don't want them to be reproducing anymore. We are already overextended, so what we're going to do is probably select some. Okay, I don't know if we can do any juveniles though. Okay, we're gonna go by age. Oh my goodness. Well, okay, so we have a couple options. Well, she's pregnant, so we can't do anything with her. And we have options, but not until they mature. So we're going to have to let them age up a little bit, but at least they can't reproduce anymore. But the options are to maybe sell some of the things or release them. What was that? Oh, she's had her offspring. Okay. Oh, goodness. Yes, we need to check on these beetles as well because I forgot how quickly they reproduce. Well, actually, and then also we need to put this on the information board so they have information. Y'all, I'm not doing a very good job of keeping up with things this morning. I'm so out of practice on here. Okay, is this one empty as well? I don't like having empty things, but we're going to leave that for now because I want to finish checking on some of these other things because I don't remember what all we have over here. What is this? The Eurasian Lynx. Should we go into the Lynx? Oh, why did I click on that right at that moment? Why? I'm sorry, y'all. I really didn't know. I didn't know it was going to be a lynx trying to, poo. But we've got some pretty little lynx over here. Aww. It's like what my cats would be doing if it was raining. And they could, that's what they need. They need a big catio that has climbing platforms like this so they can let out their inner lynx. Okay, across from the lynx, what else do we have? Oh, okay, that's the Nile Monitor. And then I wanted to call it the Nile crocodile so bad. I didn't. I wanted to, but I didn't. And then what's over here? The Formosan Black Bear. I suppose the view of the Formosan Black Bear from here is fine. You think that because the black bear goes to the back side of things, maybe they're feeling like they're not having the best view all the time. Let's make sure that this is on. Oop. Sometimes these camera angles go a little bit crazy. We're gonna increase this a little bit so that we have some good educational information as well. There we go. So, and then this is the other bathroom. So we have this whole side of the zoo that we still need to put things into. as you can see, I've had this hill slowly increasing, and I wanted the path to be a little bit higher than the bottom of the actual enclosures, because a lot of the animals over here, for example, are climbing animals. What is it? This one's the jaguar. Oh my goodness. The jaguar's swimming. Oh, I love being able to go in. Like, could you imagine being able to hang out with an actual jaguar like this close? And that's what it makes me feel like I am doing on this game. So while we watch the jaguar for a moment, I'm going to take a drink of coffee. Oh, really? Another? That's my goodness. Okay, well, so much for enjoying that sip of coffee. Before. Okay, I need to make sure I get all of these for my conservation credits, because we're saving them up so we can get some animals. The Titan beetle has had offspring. Okay. This is what we need to do, is manage the population. One male, and we're gonna do oldest, and we're gonna keep it to 2 females. And we're not gonna store in the trading center, we're just gonna do straight sell for cash. There we go. That'll work. Now, while we're here, let us just go into our exhibit trading and see what else we can get. Reset all the filters. Oh, these are stored animals. Okay. We are going to do the quick trade. They stored the animals before I finished processing that. I was like, nope, we don't need any more beetles. Okay. What is this? The Amazonian giant centipede? Oof. This one's okay. Let's see if we can look at Zoopedia. 1 to 2 in a group. So this would need to be... This male is just not that fantastic, if I'm being honest. But... Oh, I don't have another one of these. Okay, we're just gonna say, we're gonna grab this one. We're gonna get this gold level one of these, and I'm gonna send them to this exhibit. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna put it in operation, and we need it between here, and the humidity needs to go up a little bit. We don't have any self-enrichment that we can do yet. However, we are going to set up our education boards, because how else are people going to know what's inside of these if we don't? Okay. Perfect. You guys, look at that. Look at that view. Watching that sunrise over the zoo is so beautiful. Or is it the sunset? That might be a sunset, but could you imagine being up on this platform, on this outlook, getting to look out at this golden hour? All these people with their balloons saying, "Excuse me, can I get to this railing so I can look at the animals? I want to see the buffalo and the pronghorn antelope." Like, they're right below me. Look. This lemur is preventing other animals from breeding. Well, how many of them do we have in here? Okay. We need to, we're going to send her to the trading center. And then, where was that other? Also send her to the trading center. And then we're going to come over here. And we're going to, I don't think we can. Okay, well, I think that's probably pretty good for as far as that goes. Do we want to see some of the little lemurs here for a minute? Oh, if I can click on one and not everything else. Oh, let's maybe not one that's sleeping. Let's grab one of these guys that's running around. That's fun. Oh, getting a little drink of water. You putting on a show for all of the people coming to see you? How fun is that? I'm gonna climb up there or no? Please just don't. Oh, yeah, you're climbing up that way. That's the one thing about the game is that it does glitch a little bit with the animals that are climbing. They will glitch into the sides of a lot of things. But, you know, in general, it's fine. I'm pretty impressed with the capacity of what this is, especially because it's basically like giving you a bunch of Lego parts and, you know, just putting it all together and these animals can climb all over it. Okay, so now we appreciated the lemur a little bit. Ooh, look at all this drink stands and stuff. I feel like maybe this area doesn't have. We could probably put a couple of like drink stands or something. What do we have over here? Coffee. I still don't know if, like, which areas the guests. Let's come back over here to the guests. They're still very thirsty. Wait, where is that on the health map? Guest needs happiness. Hunger. Thirst. Well, maybe this area doesn't really need anything else. Let's see, what all do we have? There's a lot of food. That's an information counter. This is a hot dog stand. Smoothie. Palm tree. Coffee counter. Well, okay. No, we're gonna put in some facilities over here. What is this? I haven't seen these yet. So one of the things that I want to get to is putting in some transportation stuff. Okay? Because these are big. Guest spawner? I don't know what that means. So where are just the little... There we go, vending machines. Here's a little pizza one, French fries, Missy Good, Mexcellente, hot dog squad. We have a hot dog one already, so what if we do... Can we do a chief beef over here? Did I just set that on those people? I'm sorry. And then we're gonna do a Mexcellente over here. And we're gonna put this cosmic cow machine next to it. And then how far away are... Well, how do I... They want to have better scenery over there. Let's see what we could do. Is there any... I was thinking that maybe there would be some sort of decorative type things that we could put in an area to make it seem a little bit nicer. To kind of block some of that. So this is one thing that it drives me crazy when everything is just flat. Nothing is on the side as it should be. Ooh. We're having a lot of people leaving. I don't know if it's just because it's late. I feel like maybe some of this nature stuff would be a better way to go. What do we have here? What I like to do is try to find some of the stuff that we have within the habitats and put it outside the habitat as well to kind of help. No, I don't want to add it to that. Oh, let's maybe back that one up a little bit and delete that there. What do we think? Putting some of this bamboo through here kind of makes it feel a little bit cozy. Is it improving the scenery though? Is I guess one of the things that we will find out. I'll make some of this a little bit shorter. Okay. Well, it definitely brings some more life to it. Let's see if the scenery rating is improved now at all. It's improved, so maybe that helped. Okay, good to know. I feel like maybe we need a couple more of these plants over on this side of things, just to kind of help fill this in. It feels very barren. Those are really beautiful. I don't want everything to be super blocked from in front of that, but you know, you want a couple of things. We're also going to take some of the things that are inside of there and bring them over here, and we're gonna kind of put it down in this space. So if you push Z as you're about to move your stuff around, it'll give you the option, and then Shift allows you to raise and lower. So if you want to create some interest around your spaces, is kind of just what I do. But it does affect the amount of stuff that are inside of your habitat as well. But, you know, I think it's worth it to add a little bit of interest. We've got a lot of seating over here, and then we come down here and then we have bathrooms. But again, we don't have much foliage, so the scenery is just not really that pretty. We're just gonna put this alongside this. I don't want them all to be at the exact same height. Oh. And this one we're gonna actually put up here. Again, just to kind of add some interest. Our collared pecker is about to die of old age. I don't. Oh! Oh! You guys! Oh no! Oh no! I don't even have time to like be sad about that because we're having a fighting problem. Okay, we need to send her there, and then what happened? This one needs to be taken to quarantine because, see, she was hurt, and so now we're down to one. I don't want to click on that. I don't want to see another animal die. Oof. They'll come and get them, by the way. They will. I'm called a bit. And I think... Okay, that one they already got, I think. Oh my goodness. I know, it's so sad. Oh no. It makes me so sad every time they die. Oh, look at the giraffe. He's like rubbing himself on the shelter. That's too cute. Okay, we're gonna go into giraffe cam. We're gonna keep it towards the head though, so that hopefully we don't get the booty. Because it tends to be, I go into a camera mode for one of these animals, and then what happens? They decide to poo. Right as I do it. And I'm like, I don't trust anybody. I don't trust it. You guys need a vet come and take care of your habitat, huh? Let's see. Or a keeper, I should say. And We're gonna call them mechanic. It's like they know. I know, exactly. I'm like, why? Which facility is having an effect on the guests? Okay. There's no power here, and it's having, oh, it's scenery's fine, but there's no power. Okay, so let's get some power. We're gonna put a wind turbine in over here. If I can see where I'm placing it. Can you guys hear? Because it's right over here by the Arctic wolves, you can like hear them howling. This does not want to place. Move this tree. Move this tree. Now let's see if I can get this to place over here. Somewhere. I might have to do the solar panel. Let's see. Okay. Hopefully that'll help now. But we need to make sure that this gets put in a work zone. No, we're not. That's not what I want. I need my work zones. I need my staff work zones so I can make sure that these buildings get put in there. And I didn't do that with, we're gonna edit. Oh, that was a good guess on that. Is this 2? Yeah. Remember when we put these machines in over here? If they break and we don't put them in work zones, mechanics will not get to them and fix them. But look they're actually quite popular, so I'm glad I put them in. There's people standing in line over here. So it's always so interesting to see how many people come to the zoo at night. Just wanted to say welcome in Playing Planet Zoo. If you are enjoying something, let me know in the comments. If you want to see more of certain animals, oh, let's come look at the ostrich for now. They're so big. Let's see, we're going to go to ostrich cam. Ooh, look at him run. Look at them run. Oh my gosh, I feel like they were just babies not that long ago. And then we have the flamingos right next door. This one's an adult, 18.3 years old. I wonder if we can release some of them to the wild. So let's see if we can go in, no, animals, species, ostrich. Do we have any gorillas or tigers? Not yet. So some of the animals cost a lot of money. And so we have, we're going to send this one. Actually, hang on. We're going to send these 2, but I wanted to do it in a single move, I think. And we're going to release them. So we get 44 conservation credits. So if we look down here, we get our conservation credits from releasing animals to the wild, selling animals in the marketplace, greeting avatars that visit your zoos, logging in daily, and completing community challenges. Which, no. I think that was oopsies. They just, okay, well, is this also, maybe we can release him to the wild as well. We get 16 conservation credits. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, so we have to do that sometimes. It's worth it for the zoo. Anyways, so tigers or gorillas. We do not have tigers or gorillas yet, but we have this whole section of the zoo that I wanted to start adding in more like that. Let's just see, though, how much things like that are going for. We also need to see what we can do. We could release this lynx to the wild, which has also, we have conservation credits, or we could trade. Let's do a trade. We're gonna do a 350 trade because she was, you know, a bronze star. So that gave us a few more credits, and then we're gonna rehome. Your animals will be transferred to an animal hospice for the remainder of their lives. It's because they're old. But they have to be rehomed because she, they'll be happy. I promise they'll be very happy once they're rehomed. But let's see here. I could watch the monkeys all day. I know, I love watching the monkeys. But okay. No, we're gonna come here now that we have those out. I just wanna... What? We got an animal as a reward? I think we can only have one brown bear, so I don't know what we're gonna do with that one. Interesting. Okay. Sorry, I keep getting... Okay, let's see tiger. We have Bengal tigers and Siberian tigers, which we do finally have enough conservation credits for a couple. We're gonna do we're gonna do by price. Oh, there's a Bengal tiger named Jasmine. Oh my goodness, you guys. See, that's the thing, is we don't, for these two, we don't have enough for both of them. What else did we ask with gorillas? We have a Western Lowland Gorilla. We could get a gorilla. We could probably get 2 gorillas, y'all. What? My goodness gracious. Okay. That one's not the best. Oh. Do we think these two would be happy? We're gonna go with this female and this male. Oh, that was a lot. Okay, guys. Well, now we have gorillas we gotta build a habitat for. What did I just do? The Western Lowland Gorilla. We can only have one alpha male per group, but we can have up to 5 females. So that'll be good to know for the future. How big of a habitat do they need? Say 2 adults, which they might have a couple juveniles, so we're gonna put that in there just so that they don't outgrow the habitat as soon as. So they also need water. Let's see if we have some blueprints of anything that these are all like huts. Oh, maybe if I look under habitat. No, that's not. I want to look at blueprints. These are just some of my little things here. Prefabs. Sculptures and things like that. You can put in to make your stuff decorative, but I'm trying to find the habitats that they normally have. Okay, these are climbing structures, bear habitat, cat habitat, herbivore, large primate habitat. I just kind of want to get a sense for, really? I just want to get a sense for like how large it is. I know it's right there, but I'm just trying to look at the rest of this real quick, see if there's any other habitats down here real quick. That's pretty. I kind of want to put this somewhere, but I don't know where. Or not. Just kidding. Semi-aquatic habitat. Small primate habitat. I don't know how I'm feeling. I don't know, I kind of want. I'm almost considering making this one that could be like, you could go all the way around. What if we put something down here? We could always delete this if we need to. put it there. Well, okay, let's just see really quickly. Where did the habitat go? Mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, this is at a weird slope. It doesn't want to really put this here. That's really strange. No, that's not gonna work for there, but what if we... I wish these were organized a little bit differently. Because now I can't seem to find the large habitat there. Bear, cat, large primate habitat. So I think what we are going to do is we're going to make this a central focus over at this end, where people would be able to like come in and hang on. This isn't even on the ground. See, okay, this is why it makes me frustrated when I'm trying to build some of these habitats. I think there would be plenty of space to build it within here. However, it's just kind of one of those things that doesn't like to place things with if it's below the sea or below the ground level. So in order to actually build things in a way that, okay, hang on, I want to see what we have next to this. This is, I like to make sure that things, there's a black bear, jaguar. I feel like a gorilla would make sense over here. But I do kind of want it to be something that that people could walk all the way around on. So we might come over here to paths and remove this pathway. And as you can see, I'm just moving some of these out of the way for now, as far as like pathways, because it makes it a lot easier if I don't have to try to work around it quite as much. I hate when I can't see what I'm doing. So we're gonna have a lot of work to do on this part here. However, I think that it'll be worth it to get these gorillas in here. Okay, now that we're not gonna go with an actual okay, we do have it pulled up with an actual habitat that's pre-made. We're gonna make one. So we need And we're just gonna do this 9,741 feet with 969 feet of. So, how big is this habitat? Just out of curiosity. Like double that? We're gonna see if we can maybe copy this. Or maybe this one. This one's quite large. But we're gonna do it. Which blueprint? Large. Eight. Cat habitat. And then we need to put it as habitat. Now, let's see if we can place it, because that would be the quick and amazing thing. Y'all. What in the world? I didn't do that. Oh my goodness, this is too funny. But we're gonna bring it this way a little bit anyways, because we are gonna make it one. Why is the terrain modification failing? What we're gonna do is in a vertical snap and see if that makes any sort of a difference. Okay, no, we're not gonna do it like that. We are gonna just do the good old-fashioned building it. Gosh dang it, I was trying to hope that it would work if I had, we need a grade 3 climb-proof barrier. Okay. Grade 3, which is usually just I like to use the brick because it's not climbable. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and start along this front side here. And I'm gonna leave space for workers to be able to come back this way. What is the length? I don't want that to be that far out because we're gonna be making this so what I like to kind of do also when I'm first getting started is we are just kind of building a basic shape. To kind of get the barrier, and then we can edit. I do have a tendency of building very, very large enclosures at times when it doesn't really need it. So this is interesting because you see how there's this grade there. So we're gonna have to make some adjustments, I think, inside of the habitat. So if we come over to terrain, we are going to we're just gonna kind of flatten to foundation. We don't need everything to be perfect, but we're just trying to level this out almost to like the center point a little bit more, which will keep our animals in a little bit better. And then we could just smooth everything out with a large smooth tool, just because we want to, you know, do all these things. And then we're going to come in the back and make sure that this is smoothed properly. And then we'll make sure that our height is actually the correct height of the walls all the way around, because we don't want anybody escaping. One of the other things to kind of do as well is I just kind of go through, once I've made any sort of adjustments on the terrain, is I'm just going to go back through and quickly click that build button again, because it likes to adjust to the terrain at that point. So we're also gonna put some glass in here. You did a great job building new structures and thinking outside. Thank you, I appreciate that. Everything is extremely customizable. I like to leave a couple of the bricks on the outside like, what was the word? Not transparent. I don't put windows in there so I can put like signage and things like that. Plus, the animals don't like to have 100% of their space to be open. You know, they like a little bit of privacy. So here's the thing, is I also normally like to have my corners have a glass thing. But is that too much? That'll be okay, I think. And then we're gonna put one of our service doors over here, I think towards the back. Let's put the gate up real quick. The gorillas are going in this area. We got gorillas now. They are just waiting to be put in their habitat. So let's see. I'm trying to see what size we have. 16 maybe. So I'm very, very excited that, yes, I know. And actually, before I connect that, I'm going to change this. So this right now is a pathway that is just for employees. essentially. And I'm going to make it to where guests can go along this as well. But then I only want certain pathways for it not to be for guests, if that makes sense, because it helps with the flow of all of the stuff for the traffic when the employees are trying to get to places, and it can be a little bit congested. And we're gonna move this for a moment. We're just gonna put that there for a second because it's fine. We don't need to get too crazy. But this is where things can get a little bit complicated for sure, where you start trying to get all of your see, and I don't want this path back here to be connected like that. And then we're gonna come around. I think I need to shorten the distance on this a little bit. No. That makes it much easier to swing this the way that I wanted to. Thank you for the... They do definitely have a mind of their own, and so it can take some practice of getting used to absolutely as far as... And I'm just going to have this come all the way this way. Instead of... Well... Actually, now that I think of it, if I do that, that will end up making it a little bit far from the habitat where I wanted to make sure that we linked things back up. All right. And I'm going to undo that because there was a little piece there. There we go. So now we have a pathway that our guests will be able to go around it. Okay. So is this connected? It is not. We're going to have our staff pathway. Why is it doing that? Probably because it's as wide as it is. There we go. That's just for the staff now. And then we can also have the staff be able to come out in this direction and then connect back up with their other little pathway. Because if you look back here, how I try to have it is I started creating this back side almost like a little staff village where this is all staff buildings. This is like a quarantine. This is little research center, the little staff break area, mechanics research area. What is this? The keeper hut, which we probably could put like another keeper hut in there. And then we have what is this over here? Veterinary surgery, which I don't know why that was disabled, but all right. Not disabled now. And then, like I said, this is our quarantine. So yeah, that's basically the back side of this, I've left plenty of space so that the staff can almost have their own little thing. I was thinking about it as I was watching them walking along these little path areas, and I was like, that would be such a cool place to like work at, where it's like you have your own little town separate from like the main areas, which make it kind of fun. So I think over here though, just to make this a little bit efficient, we should put another keeper hut that the keepers can work from. See, back here is like all this little meandering area. I feel like, should we put another pathway over here though? Maybe like something that's a little more narrow. I don't know what it'll do with this. That'll connect up well enough. Why did I do that? There we go. So that'll work for that, and then that way when they're working from these different places, they could come here. We're gonna put a hut over here for the, and we were going with more of the European buildings over here. So let's see, this is another staff room, research center. And we're gonna do a large keeper hut. And that looks pretty cute there, if it'll let me. No. Sometimes if it's too short of a distance, it doesn't want to connect. There we go. That worked. See, that's the thing too, again, because the terrain's not completely flat, there's areas where it doesn't, where it wants to work, and then other areas where it doesn't. Okay. So I know this is a lot to just get this one primate habitat set up. However, I promise it will be worth it in the long run. So now we can go to, this is how I usually do this. I like to put them in the habitat because it shows me all of the little things. We're going to go to our animal trading, to our storage, and we are going to bring them to the zoo, to this little area. So that should work out for that. While they're doing that, I'm going to lower this terrain some, because they need some water areas. So I was thinking of maybe making like a pool area that I need this to be a little bit larger. I don't think it needs to be super deep. They just need some water. And I was thinking we could possibly do something where it's like a waterfall situation, maybe. And because I want it to come up near the glass over here, so let's just kind of check this. Ooh, that goes out a lot. So we would need to move that. There. We have VIP guests arrive at the zoo. No, undo that last one. So we're just gonna kind of see here what we need. Okay. we need all sorts of stuff. First, we need hard shelter and terrain. We've got all of the space that they could possibly want or need. And I just realized that I was also going to put just a couple little spots over here. And I don't really like having the corner, let's see. Here we go. We're going to do these 3 with a little window there as well. And then again, we need to make sure the walls are high enough everywhere around. At least 16.5 feet tall. So we're going to come over here to where it's the lowest on the sides and make sure that it's at least 16.5 feet tall, which it's not. So, and just to have good measure, we're putting it at 17 feet. And you can see how it kind of made that go down into the ground because it's following the terrain there, which is what you want it to do. You don't want any gaps. We don't want gorillas escaping. Our people won't like that much. Okay. Let us see. What else do we need? We need climbing stuff, and we need oh, yeah. We also need to get our workflow set up. See, adding anything new makes it really complicated. And this should be work zone 3. There we go. So we added that staff room that we just put in, as well as this habitat. As far as water, what did it say it needed? There's no... Okay. We need more long grass, a lot more long grass. I think they like pools too. Yes, and we'll get some of that. See, this is like one of those challenging things. I think it's the easiest when you put the like the animals in the habitat so that it does help show what needs to be adjusted. This is not putting very much long grass in here. Like, what is happening? Oh, maybe it has too much long grass. Yes. Good for size reference. Exactly. Okay. That's much better. Didn't eat all of that long grass and such. We need more soil. We're going to put some soil down in the bottom of this because that'll help make that make sense. And just for measure, putting some back there for... Can you do rock formations? Yes, we can do all sorts of stuff for them to climb on. So it'll be really fun to be able to see what all we're going to do for that. I'm going to pause this again just because time goes by pretty quickly. And we want to make sure. So they need some shelter. We're going to come over here to the filters and for our species. And the Western Lowlands Gorilla. And then that shows us everything that we could use or what they might need for shelter. First we're going to do food and water. They need a big feeding platform, which I think we might put... We're going to put one over here, about here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to flatten the terrain underneath of that. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Well, maybe I'll do what I wanted to. I think we're going to move that. There we go. That works just fine. Now we're going to smooth the edge of that a little bit. This kind of just helps bring things up a little bit. All right, so we have that set up. I'm thinking of doing some big climbing stuff here in the center, which we do have under prefab. Let's see what they have as far as I'm just kind of looking at the filters because I don't really use them in this, but I was kind of hoping that they would have some that would make it easy enough to look for just the habitats underneath of this. Or like the habitat climbing things. It's a lemur climbing frame. So I'm just trying to see. We're just going to go back to the habitat situation. We've got food. Let's do some water as well. We're going to put the water over in this corner near the food, which are also near some good viewing areas. I like to put some of their food and water somewhat near where people might be watching. And then also I like to that is crazy on how much of a difference that goes up. Hang on. I just don't think we need this quite so tall on that side. It's just very imposing. And it just kind of makes it feel like there. That's a little bit better. There. That's a little more reasonable, I feel like. Well, maybe I could still. So if you click on the pillars themselves, it lowers the pieces between it. If you click on the panels, you can try to lower them all, but it will lower them like the same height essentially. Okay, so that's a little bit better. I might be putting a little bit too much into this right now, but that's fine. I just like it to look nice and even and not so wavy along the top. But because we needed to have this side, which is up at a much higher level, be at least 16.5 feet, we had to make sure that, you know, we did that for our animals. Okay, so now we're going to come back in the habitat and look for some beds and shelters. And just to kind of get something to put in for them. We're going to put some bedding in a couple spots that they might like to lay in. And then we'll start building, I think, something with the structures over here. And some enrichment items. Bum, bum, bum. A block of frozen fruit. We're gonna put one over there. Little bobbin setup thing. Do they need a forage box? Really? So this is one of those that I obviously am putting, sometimes I just set stuff in here that I also want for them to be able to just climb all over. And I think we're gonna put this over here. We're gonna put this direction, and then we're gonna build it, I think. Like that. And then let's see how much climbing area that gives us for everything. That's putting us in a pretty good zone right now, actually. And we're gonna take some of these bedding things and put them around underneath, because they will lay down underneath of some of those areas as well. And we could probably do something to join these two together, even if we wanted to. Let's see, what else do we have? I need some more enrichment items too. So where's this one's the 4x4 platform. So what I'm trying to do, if you can see, I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see, trying to get this at like the same height essentially. And then I'm going to kind of just turn it, start creating like a little platform that will make its way over this way so we can kind of join them together. And then we're going to take one of these. And we're going to put it here, but we're going to see if we can turn the angle on that. So that gets us there. No. I feel like that's looking pretty good. But okay. This one, I don't know that we need that to go there, but we're gonna bring interesting things are happening. I don't know why it is doing that to me. I should just do another one of these, though. I feel like that angle is pretty good. It's not quite the same height. But we're getting much closer. Is that where we're really at on height difference? I'm trying to just kind of intersect these a little bit. They don't have to be 100% perfect, but then I'm gonna bring this one over. Actually, I might just get rid of that one altogether. And I don't like this one here at that angle. Could also tilt some of these as well to angle it some. Make some interesting things happen, I guess. It's fine. It's fine. Nobody'll ever know. What kind of items does the Western Lowlands gorillas like? We're gonna also assign a keeper right away. Just so that they have food and water. Oh, what animal died of old age? Oh no. One of our Arctic wolves. That's so sad. Aww. Okay. So kind of how we did this over here is something that we're kind of looking at doing with the gorillas over here. But what kind of plants? Tropical? Ooh, I like a lot of these plants, but we need large. So this is where I like to come in and start adding a lot of these like plant bits all over the platforms. It kind of helps make it feel like it's just part of the natural habitat instead of like a completely different plant altogether. And it kind of helps the things feel like they're supposed to be there. And they can climb up a lot of these trees and such as well. I want to see if I can find, I was going to say if we can find some of these palm trees to kind of help this platform settle in a little bit. That kind of does some interesting things. Oh, they don't like some of these plants. And we need a lot more tree coverage. Let's see. What are some of these trees? These are huge. So I'm gonna Okay, I clicked on the biome that it liked, Africa, continent, coverage. I don't know why they're not liking these plants. But I'm trying to just get some. No, doesn't like those. Africa, tropical. What if we do some of these vines and stuff? Oh, which we have to completely transform. That's the one thing I do really wish that they would have. Kind of set up already. Where things are facing the proper direction, essentially. Because everything is at the wrong direction. And actually, I really wish it was daylight while I was working on this, but trying to see what the angles on this are. Let's see here. This is the thing that does take a bit more time. Is that it does take time to, you know, get everything kind of set up. And so it's fun, but it does need time, patience, all that kind of stuff. Oh, that's cute. That looks good. That's more vertical now. And we're just going to set, once you get one in kind of the right angle, it's not so bad. You can, thank you so much. I do enjoy getting some of this going. Like I said, once you get some of them in the right angles, that's not what I wanted to do. Then it's not too bad then. We're going to put this one here, but then what we're going to do is we're going to spin that one. Your Sims experience definitely comes in handy with building habitat. Absolutely. It absolutely does. This is a little bit different than Sims because there's Sims doesn't quite have some of the fine-tuned, like you can see how the arrows, the rotation, all that kind of stuff. Sims doesn't have all of that completely integrated into it like it does in this one, but it's absolutely a huge difference. I still don't think we've figured out which our vet still hasn't come either. Which plant coverage they want. We still might need a little bit more short grass, it looks like. maybe a little bit of sand. Put some sand along some of this water edge. There we go. I'll put that in the zone. And this is what's still getting me, is the plant coverage. We're gonna do tropical. What if we did some water lilies? That's not in the red, so it's something. It's something. So I was really thinking what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna make something that kind of comes underneath of this, like a little water something or other. So I'm gonna drop this down. So this is kind of, I'm gonna slow this intensity down just to make it a little bit not, I don't want it to go too far, you know. And sir, what are you doing? We're gonna take the water out of here because that terrain is not gonna push down as long as it's in that area. And then when we put the water back, it should be able to come up to this area. No, we're not gonna do that. Okay, I see what we're gonna need to do if we're gonna raise this side up. So that we can get, where did it go? Oh, it's playing. Let's see if the water will come up here. It's still breaching there, so we're gonna bring it up just a little bit higher. There. Sometimes it is a little bit of trial and error on these. Oh, no. Oh, wrong one. And you notice, like, I'm kind of just building a lip there. So that should... Yay! I finally got it to work. Okay. So now we can smooth this down some. What we're gonna do is back it up just a tiny little bit. And then we're gonna smooth this before we put all the water in. On this back side. Just because I want it to be at a different slope. There we go. And then we can come into construction now. We'll come to some special effects. And we're going to start putting in some waterfall effects. So we're going to put a bottom of like a waterfall effect there. And maybe over here. And we're going to put some like rocks and stuff underneath of this kind of bridged area. Would make it look like it's just kind of being built up. The platforms are going to be built up around that, and they'll be able to climb on things. We'll be able to get more of these little objects. Let me see here. I feel like that could be adjusted a little bit more as well. Sometimes depending on which angle you're looking at, it can... There we go. And we're going to duplicate both of those. So that way we can just easily bring them over. See if I want to bring them up here. And put them like over underneath this area. I don't know why it keeps boxing them up every single time I do anything. But that's okay. We're gonna go to water effects and nature. We're gonna look for some of these rocks. And I was gonna say they have desert rocks, savanna rocks. That's probably more of like what we might want to find here. And we're gonna rotate some of these rocks over here to where it starts to kind of immerse them into the side of this like area. See, every single one of these little things that you do definitely makes your build just more integrated into the habitat. It makes it feel like the habitat has been there a lot longer. So it's something I like to go through and do. It does take time. I'm not gonna lie. It takes time, but it's worth it, and it ends up being so much fun. That's a desert rock. I want the savanna rocks. You know, when you start putting different things together, which we're gonna put this over the edge of the water just a little bit, and then I'm gonna rotate just a little. So I want these to start to join together. But this just makes it definitely more interesting when you have things coming up and around. And I'm going to come over this side. So what I'm doing is I'm pushing shift and then I'm turning Z. Shift allows me to go up and down when I have this item selected, and then Z, I can rotate it. If you push X, you get all the other options of getting, I'm going to bring this down and put this underneath there as well. Put a couple of these. And this is why it's hard to place some of the habitats, because when you start putting things below grade, it wants to set it all on top of the ground. It also wants to set everything at a level pace, which is why we are custom building this. Once we kind of start getting something built up underneath up here, I feel like we should maybe do some plants, maybe a couple more rocks that come up underneath. But I kind of want to build an archway of rocks, essentially. These ones are small. This one's a larger one. But this will be good for that section there. So I'm looking at the sizes of these rocks as well. Some of them have different sizes. It'll be better for different things. So what I'm just going to try to do is essentially get this put in here to where it would look like it would join together, and then start adding other little pieces that would make it look like it would be physically supported on there somehow properly. It's really small and narrow. I don't want quite that. And we're gonna bring this here. Oop. The way that these rock formations, if you put them together, it will make it look like it's actually formed in that way. I know it looks kind of crazy until you start getting the pieces together. But once you do, then it looks proper. Oh. Excuse me, I just hit my thing. So that is looking, they look so cool. Thank you. I appreciate the feedback. Let's see. That is a very square thing. I'm going to put a couple of these down here a little bit below this because I feel like this needs some support from this side here. I want it to feel a little bit more sturdy than it currently does. And like I said, when you build and bring them together, they will start to really take shape and seem like they've been there for a long time. And just kind of keep placing rock bits together until you're happy with the way that it all looks together. And you don't want it to look too perfect, obviously. You want it to be interesting. I don't think I like that one there. Or that one. I want... Here we go. I think this is what I'm looking for. Something that's just a little more substantial to go over that gap. To make it feel a little more put in there together. And then we're going to bring this one down and back that way. So it kind of creates like almost a little bit of a waterfall situation. I'm going to let that pause for us. Well, I keep doing this whenever it's dark, which is not the most ideal time to do it. However, it is what it is. Okay, so now we want to look at our special effects of what this is doing. We don't need that. Murky top of a waterfall. Murky midsection. Special effect waterfall murky bottom. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is have some water coming off the top directly down. So let's find the... That's the waterfall bottom. Waterfall top is what I'm looking for. But I'm only seeing murky waterfall top. Okay, this one's normal. So let's see, which direction are we going to have this? No, we're going to do it a different direction. You want it to really look like it's coming off the rocks properly. And we're going to do one on this other side as well. We're just trying to see which direction it's facing. And then we're going to raise it up to where we want it to start coming down off of the rocks over here. And that way it kind of creates this interesting water feature that's getting started. We're going to do something that comes down the sides over here. We look at the midsection, kind of sections here. Actually, I kind of like that there. I'm trying to bring this just to the right angle so that it's in the right section. There we go. Now we have our little waterfall set up going here. Still don't have foliage, but we will get there. We will get there for sure. We're going to grab just a couple of these rocks and kind of bring it down here. Like I said, I want to get this a little bit in, like kind of built in, where it seems like it's just part of it. Same thing over here. Just some of these rocks. So also, if you want to quick dupe something, Control D in game is how you do that. Let's see over here. So this does start to look like it's a built-in habitat a lot more, you know, and it will add points of interest to the people around here. Honestly, before we continue doing the rest of this, we do need to get some education stuff up here, because how are people going to know what we have in our actual, we need guest facilities. Okay, wait, where are we looking here? We're going to do an animal talk point, and we're going to come over. I don't think we can do that yet, actually, so just kidding. And then we're going to have this come out here, and then we're going to duplicate another one. And we're going to move that. Okay, so clearly we are going to use this little tool here to kind of get it on the wall. Why is there no power on there, it says? Do we maybe need to move because we forgot to put our little thing back. Power over here. And then we're going to move this one. I'm going to delete that one. We're just going to put a new one because sometimes with the way that it is, it wants to be challenging. I'm still going to put one over here simply for the fact that we're going to have other habitats this way. I'm going to turn off that vertical snap because I feel like, there we go. Sometimes it has a certain increment that it wants to vertical snap to, and that makes it very challenging. No, we are not editing a part of that group still. And can I put this back this way and have it work still, maybe? That's the one thing I do need this for. No, I have to put it at the front. Okay. We shall do that. It shall be fine. We're going to put it about there. That should be good. Now we should have power so we can put educational things for our people to come and learn about it. Put a stand there. Western Gorilla Lowland. And then since it's set up, we're gonna, oh, nope, not gonna do that. Sometimes it does pay off to just grab the correct one that you want. And I'm gonna put this one in the middle here. And then what we also need to make sure we grab is some of the donation. What do we do with that? I guess, no. Information? No. Not the zoo entrance. Whoa! I hadn't seen all these yet. There's different zoo entrances? I still have no idea what a guest spawner is. Okay, before I get too distracted, there we go. Now we have some more options for putting donation things in. We're going to put one back here. I'll put one at this corner. And then we're also going to put some of these other speakers over here so that way we can... Wait, that one's not going to work back there. Will it work over here? That'll be the interesting thing, I guess. We'll see. It says it has coverage, I think. Yeah. It shows that it has coverage, but we're just going to crank that one up. And we're going to put it at 15, but we're going to move it over to this corner. And then we're going to dupe and put one. Can we put one over here? Why does it make it seem like it's so challenging to do this? And it's like There's no reason it should be that challenging. All right, facilities, education board. And then I feel like, are we able to put a talking point over here now? I don't know why. It's like not letting me. But we could do this cute little stadium seat thing here, maybe. Do we think we could do it? No, doesn't want to snap to that. I don't know what all. I don't know. Let's see if we can put one of these habitat boards over here, though, because I do like to have them over here near by where people would be walking. And then there's at least that around there. Okay, so now we have some of those things started. And while we enjoy this waterfall, I'm going to take a drink of my coffee real quick. This gorilla is napping over here. I'm trying to see. We need. We need some better habitat. Plants and hard shelter. Let's see if we can just open the Zoopedia on this, because it says it likes tropical biomes. I'm about to just start putting everything tropical. And we're gonna reset the enrichment thing. And these plants need to be moved up to the surface of the water because we've got that adjusted. Whenever we moved the water height, remember? Okay, so let's keep adding some plants. We're gonna start adding the plants over here by the rocks, maybe? Adding some in here and there kind of starts to help make it, again, integrated. Make it feel like this habitat has been here for a while. Put some of these over here. Yeah, it definitely makes a huge difference, by the way, if you learn your quick keys and start getting certain things with that, because when you're placing and you want to move things, it completely changes your experience in the game. So here we go. Those are looking pretty good there. I like putting some of these over here along the rocks. Be really cute. We're gonna turn this way and get these ferns to come around this side. Let's see, what else do we have? No. I would like some bigger foliage type things, which we're gonna put a couple of these around here. And this kind of helps, again, bring everything in to where it looks like it's just growing as part of this terrain. And that all of the construction stuff is just kind of built out of some of the things. You see how we're starting to get that a little bit. A hippo is preventing another animal from breeding. It's gonna have to be how it is for now. You like it, guys? It still has a long way to go, but I think we're starting to get there. Like I said, these habitats can take a little while to put in, but once you get it, get things going, I think it's definitely worth everything. I'm going to put a couple of these. I wish my backyard looked like that. Yeah, it would be amazing. It would be amazing. Can put in like little, I don't know, just all sorts of stuff. Oh, look at him laying over here. You guys, how cute is that? So I really want to put some of the vines hanging from, like the top edge. Oop! My camera jumped forward. So I'm going to set this here, and then I'm going to change the angle of that rotation, because that looks good. And then I'm like, is it gonna let me? Maybe it wants me to put it on the structure. It's hard to tell where it is at sometimes on your camera angles. Ooh. It does not want me to view that angle. Okay. We're gonna get out of that camera angle. I don't know what it was doing. I'm like, all I wanted to do is put a couple of these down here. And we're gonna, nope. The Spectre is arriving in 18 months, it said. thank you for the love, guys. I appreciate it for sure. And if you enjoy everything, you know, feel free to comment what you are enjoying. I love the participation, regardless. But we want this to look like it's been part of the jungle for a while, right? So we have some VIP guests, it says, that arrived. And some of these we get our conservation credits for. So we want to make sure that we can do that because we spent a ton of our conservation credits. And I think these only get us like 10 conservation credits. So, I mean, this is starting to look like a little bit of a habitat, you guys. Okay, I'm going to pause that because the lighting is decent right now. I want to see how everything's coming together while I continue adding more foliage and things like that. We're going to put some over here by this, what's it called? The little grub station. Not grub station. What do they call this? Forage box. And then this, I also want to move to like over here, maybe. Which we could always add more than one. But, let's see. Let's see. I also want to see if there is, we're going to just add some more of these palm trees around, I think. We're going to put some just on the edges of the water, kind of make it feel a little more tropical. And if you notice, I'll just do sometimes little clusters, even, just kind of make it feel like it's, you know, more lush and beautiful. I know, this kind of area makes me definitely wish that I was hanging out somewhere by the water. Pull this up this way, put some of these over here, kind of soften the rock faces a little bit. Obviously, I don't get too particular about the plants. I'm just looking for little areas that might bring some interest. So, let's see. My earbud's dying on me. We're going to see about some of these palms over here as well. And the reason why we're going to put some just kind of close by the windows and things like that, kind of adds some depth and dimension for the viewers that are looking in through. Add a little bit of a taller one, bigger one. So we get that kind of just interest that's happening within the habitat, you know? Put some here. We're gonna put some over here. We want to have some shady spots for the gorillas too. Also enjoy. I kind of wish that was like a feeding platform up on a little platform thing. I'll put this here. What do we think, guys? It's starting to look like a habitat. Starting to look like a habitat. I don't know that I like that bamboo there. So, nature. Put a couple of these really big palm trees around. And those aren't even the largest ones that we have here in game, but there's like a little bedding area over there. We're gonna stick some of these palms just in clusters. We're just trying to create softer lines, a place that looks like it would be a little bit more natural and lovely for these gorillas to be hanging out in, you know? We're gonna do some large ferns over in this area too. I like to do some things where like the little spaces where they would come in to feed the animals. I don't know, I just think that having a little point of interest probably makes it nice for the zookeepers. Which I know sounds probably kind of funny, but it's something that I think about. I think like if I was working here, like what would I like to have? So I mean, this is looking pretty decent, y'all. What do we think? Do we like the way this is all coming together? We could close out that. We probably need to get some of these street lights going around this area. So what if we come through here and we'll put one there for the workers. And then we need to make sure we don't have it floating, which it's easy to do in this game, especially if your terrain changes height. See? And then, you know, something else. Look at how lovely that looks looking into that glass enclosure now. I think that that looks so sweet. Look at that. Okay, we're going to push play so we can see the animals actually moving amongst. I love it. I think it's turning out really great. And yeah, so okay, let's see. We need some benches for our guests to be able to sit at and enjoy. And we were utilizing these before. It looks like they uneven placement. Well, we can sit here. Are there other areas down here that we can set? It's so uneven. I can't set anything down over here. Are we sure about this? Obviously, if I just changed the... Oh my gosh, there's really not anywhere? Oh, these people are going to have sore legs. Okay, I might have to make some adjustments to where we have some sort of flat terrain on this pathway, because we can't like not have I'm like, is this the widest one as well? We're gonna shorten the length down by quite a lot. And then I'm trying to remember how I want to adjust things if I want to. I don't want to go up still. Okay, there we go. Not so sure that this is creating those flat spaces that I was really after, but it kind of made something. There's a couple of semi flat locations. We'll say that. But is this pathway broken now? Like, what's happening? Okay, so we're gonna back that up. We're just gonna do that because it doesn't want to connect. But maybe we have one flat area that we could put a bench. Was that worth it? I don't know. I think so. Our people will be happy that there's a spot. Is this all for nothing, literally? Literally? What? Oh, our gorilla is about to mate. Okay, well, we're going to put a bunch, and I mean a bunch, of these little benches down here. Because apparently that is the only thing that we have going for us. And we have to make sure we put trash cans everywhere so people don't litter. I don't have trash cans over there because there's nothing there yet. However, I can't believe this didn't even make it to where this had like a pathway. Oh, there we go. Oh, that did something. But I don't think it made it. Yeah, I don't think it made it like actually work. So we're just going to put that back like that and simplify everything. Because it didn't do what I wanted it to do anyway. Oh, goodness. But I feel like we have made it pretty far here into our little, let's see. Our gorillas are planning on mating. We still need hard shelter, it says. Oop, we got a floating tree. I'm gonna do this and put some up in. Actually, let's see where their bedding is. There we go. Let's see here. There we go. Get some of that on this top of that. It's saying we don't have a lot of hard or like shelter. So we're gonna add something in just to kind of meet that need, I guess. I don't know what size thing. We're gonna just do one of these large 8x4. I don't like that at all. Where did the... Maybe I'm just not seeing it because I don't have them all showing. I'm going to turn this, and again, I'm going to come down here and see if we can just get some of this down here. I hope that's high enough. I don't know how tall that is, but I guess we could see if that changes the hard shelter. Where did my gorillas go? I can hear them. Oh, there's one. Okay, well that changed that a little bit. We also need a little bit less long grass. Just putting a little bit of this sand kind of material around some of these areas. Kind of make it a little bit mixed here. And it says we could still, oh, I think it's all right there. All right, let's go to Gorilla Cam and see what it looks like from their point of view. Do we think that they like it? I think it looks pretty decent. All right, y'all. Well, I think that is going to be it for this live. My earbuds are going dead, and so I'm going to need to charge that. But I think we got a massive amount of stuff done. We did not get nearly as much other things that I thought I was going to do. This habitat did take me quite a while. However, I think that in the scheme of things, it's going to be so worth it to have this all done in this way. So I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream along with me. I hope you guys choose to stick around in the future and see other streams that I have going on. I will have my live streams available for replay at the end of all of my sessions. And I plan on trying to get new lives almost each day. I'm still working out my schedule, but more regularly. So stay tuned. Make sure to look for any streams that we have coming up. And we will see you guys again soon. Bye, y'all.